foundation was a formalization of what otherwise in our family had been a tradition of giving back to the community. Both of my grandparents were immigrants from Russia, and they so much appreciated being able to be here in America. And even though they didn't have much, they always felt whatever I have, the gratitude I have for that leads me to want to share whatever I do have. And then in 1984, my father, he and my mother decided to create a philanthropic foundation to more formally do what their families had been doing for generations prior.
Yeah, the importance of that is that Neal's dad particularly was really about the habit of philanthropy. So having that model was a good way of instilling in us the habit of giving, which was underlying sort of our interests in how we would help others form the habit of philanthropy in their lives.
Donna and I had the good fortune of going to a conference one year, a family philanthropy conference, and seeing the work of the Meadows Foundation out of Texas. And this is part of this whole story of how good things ripple through life. So we observed what the Meadows Foundation was doing with high school community service, they called it. And we came back and were inspired to start our own version of what worked in Cincinnati.
So when we began, we began as a celebration event, and then we were interacting with so many teachers who were so inspiring in what they were doing with their students that we listened well to them and helped evolve what we were doing to be more meaningful and to sort of lead into more of a learning experience and more engagement actually with nonprofits and with the people that they served. And you just watched it unfold in the most meaningful ways.
And then that ultimately reverberated into the NKU program, and then it transferred to, and then Roger, that ripple just continued through Roger, and who knows how many other ripples there have been as a result of what Magnified Giving has been doing.
So the way that partnership sort of evolved in terms of what we were doing and Magnified Giving was that we were running parallel tracks in a way. So Magnified Giving was giving grants to schools, and we were supporting the service learning programs. And then as we made a decision to wind down the service learning program, Magnified Giving stepped up. And so they have taken over a portion of that and kept that going, which has been, a dream for us, a dream.
It is the work of Magnified Giving that keeps a positive spirit and gives people a reason to restore their faith in humanity. They experience it directly, and it does have a ripple effect. And they carry that to their friends, and when they grow up and have children, to their children. And so it's really breathing life into what's best about humanity and keeping that alive. And so that's what my wish is for Magnified Giving, that it continues to become all it can be, and that then others are inspired and carry that forward for many, many, many years to come.